Hi, welcome back or to the show if you're new here. My name is Shelby and I'm your host. Today's episode is all about my acne journey and ways I've been able to clear up my skin naturally. I didn't have like a super bad cystic acne, but I did have acne. But before we get into like my whole acne journey and everything now I do to just have clear skin, I've got my giant water next to me to keep me hydrated. Miso's pretty hyper right now, even though we just went on a 2-mile walk to go get a donut. I told myself I can get a donut if I walked there. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So some updates is my internship is ending this week, which is really sad because I've absolutely loved my internship, but I actually have an interview with the marketing director at my company tomorrow. So we shall see. By the next episode, you guys will know if I got the job or not. And I might be a full-time corporate girl, which is super exciting. A little bit like with that is I'm just one of those people that always second guess myself, especially when it comes to some sort of decision. Maybe it's even just like actually one of the scenarios I can think of from as young as I can remember is I was in Justice. I think I was probably 8 or 9. I had to decide between the green or the purple short shorts, and I could not pick which ones, and I picked the green ones. I don't know why. And then after I bought them, like the next week, I wish I bought the purple ones. Or sometimes it's immediately after I'm at the register, I wish I picked the other item. Or it's picking the right job, picking the right house or dog, just whatever it is. I always second guess my decision and think I picked the wrong one. I'm pretty much a shoo-in for this job, I'm pretty sure. And so it was kind of stressing me out because I stopped applying to jobs because it got very overwhelming and was just going to wait for this internship to end and then just go full force as if that was my full-time job. But now that I know I have this job lined up, gave myself the choice of choices, basically. I feel like I was just forcing myself to take this one position. This past week, I've kind of just been applying to jobs like crazy, a couple jobs every single day, because I'm like, shoot, what if I'm doing the wrong thing and then I'm stuck at this job for at least like a year and I could have picked something better. And I honestly think that this job is going to work out perfectly and I'm just overthinking it. But yeah, that's what's up. And then I obviously went to Canada. That was a super great trip. It's kind of a while ago. Max comes home and perhaps this weekend or the weekend after, so that's super exciting. I'm trying to just get ready for him to get here. My obsession of this week is going to bed super early. I've been going to bed at 9. Okay, during the weekend, I pretty much go to bed around 9 to 10 every single day. And then it comes to when I have to go to work. So last night, Sunday night, all of a sudden, I can't go to bed early. My brain just doesn't want to shut off, and I kind of was like going through a spiral last night. So it's just like, why is it it's like my body self-sabotages on purpose. Like it knows that I have to be up super early for a workout, so it's not going to let me go to bed early. It's really frustrating, but I've been loving going to bed extremely early and then waking up with no alarm clock. Obviously, that's only on the weekends, but it's the best feeling ever to just wake up whenever your body wants to. And it's kind of crazy how long my body will sleep for. I am just always exhausted. I'm always tired. I could sleep 12 hours and I'm still tired the next day. When I would just not have an alarm in the morning, I usually wake up around 8, but then if I consistently do it like every single day of not waking up with an alarm, it just gets longer and longer, and then some days I'm sleeping 11 hours, which is wild, but maybe my body's just that tired. It really needs to catch up on some sleep, because during the week when I'm going to work, I'm usually waking up from 4:30 till like 6. I know that's a big range, but it depends if I'm taking a workout class at 5, 5:30, 6, or 6:30. There's some options there. So that's been my obsession. And then my low of the week, or just something I've not been loving, is I have been very busy and I really want to be social and get out of my comfort zone. I feel very burnt out. And I have a new therapist. I don't know how I feel about her yet. She asked me, or when did I start feeling burnt out? And I said February of this year. The year is almost over, and this whole year I've been feeling very burnt out. I have completed and done a lot in my life, and this year has been so transformational, and I know that. but I'm tired. Even like with Max coming, I just have all these extra pressures of getting my house organized, getting everything cleaned, making room for him. I just feel so tired. And I just moved to this new place, so like I want to get out of my comfort zone and meet all these people and ask people to go and hang out because I know it's my initiative. Like, I'm the one who moved here. Like, nobody cares. They already have all their friends, so I need to be the one reaching out and putting that effort out. I've like slowly done it, but not enough, you know? And I just feel like my to-do list, all the extra pressures of trying to find a job and being a good dog mom and just taking care of myself has been weighing on me a lot. But that's pretty much it for this updates. I do like want to talk about it more later. We're going to talk about acne actually, because when I travel, my acne just flares up from the airplane. It is recycled air. I have no idea how people do their skincare on the airplane. Nasty water, nasty air on your hands, like no. So I always break out from the airplane just because it's so dry and the air is recycled. And then I'm also not bringing usually my same skincare because I just bring travel skincare. And then I'm eating just a ton of random stuff I don't usually eat. Like, I had bags of cheese because Canada has the best squeaky cheese. I don't really know what it's called, but you can get it anywhere. You can get it at the gas station. You can get it at Walmart. You can get, like, they're so good. And my skin before going to Canada was so clear. It's been the clearest it's been in a long time, and it just looked so healthy, and I wasn't like cutting anything out. I wasn't really changing too much, and so I was just really happy with where my skin was at. I mean, it didn't get really bad. It was so nice before. And so I'm still kind of going through the process of getting my skin back to where it needs to be at the moment. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I just went in the bathroom and picked at my skin because my facialist is sick. I was waiting for her to pop those pimples, but I haven't seen her yet, and I kind of wanted to do it, even though I have a job interview tomorrow. You know, sometimes it logically doesn't make sense. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about my acne journey, because it's not I don't have like this trauma story where I had cystic acne my whole life and it was really hormonal and bad. Like, I honestly had probably the better end of the stick when it comes to people's acne journeys. So I started getting acne, I think, my sophomore year of college or high school. So I started getting acne my sophomore year of high school. I remember that because I started wearing makeup a little bit, barely. I really, really didn't like it. I had pretty clear skin my whole life. I mean, I was young. I didn't start puberty till really late. It kind of threw me through a loop, and I was pretty much doing everything I shouldn't have been doing. Like, I was washing my face with coconut oil. I was using Mario Badescu, like, spot treatment, trying all those, like, home remedies. I just tried cutting out gluten and dairy to make my skin better. And then I was wearing I wasn't even wearing that much makeup, but basically everything I was doing just like wasn't helping my skin. And basically I reverted to going on birth control because I knew that cleared up people's skin. And let me tell you, my skin looked flawless on birth control. It did a number of other terrible things to my body, but at least made my skin nice. We'll go into a little bit about why birth control makes people's skin nice. My skin looked so good on birth control, and that was the reason why I went on it. So it did its purpose. But then as I switched birth controls, I started getting pimples and stuff, but nothing as bad as it was before. And then getting completely off hormonal birth control, my skin never reverted back to when I was 15, 16 years old, but I definitely get breakouts every once in a while. Especially my skin is super sensitive to certain food intolerances. I'll break out or around my period or when I travel or when I'm stressed. Kind of like a list of things. Now I know how to make it better, and honestly, it's been so much better. It's getting so much better, and I never thought I would get to that point. I just always thought I'd be that person with kind of dull little bit of pimples there. And what I've really noticed is that when you're taking a holistic approach to your skin and your acne, you're doing something good for your body, because it's not just about what you're eating, it's also what you're putting on your skin, the environment you're around, and just whether you're happy or not, if you're stressed. And your skin is a direct reflection of your internal body and your internal health. It has so many influences of to why you're breaking out or why your skin looks amazing. It can be caused by stress, gut health, hormonal imbalance, and environmental toxins. All of those things can play such a big role in the development of acne. And growing up, I definitely think mine was hormonal imbalance because I was a competitive gymnast, so you're just in fight and flight, and I started puberty really late, so there's probably like some imbalance in that sense. I definitely did not have good gut health. Growing up, like in high school, I had really bad stomach pains and headaches, and I was at the doctors all the time trying to figure out what happened. They ultimately told me I just had IBS, which was BS to me. I definitely was just super stressed out at school, didn't know how to handle my emotions, and I was just putting all the wrong products on my face. So there was definitely a lot of things that played into why I had acne. And now currently the reason I already told you why I get acne is hormone imbalance, stress, and probably environmental stuff sometimes. But let's talk a little bit about birth control and acne. Many people turn to birth control pills as a hormonal acne treatment. Is effective to some people. It was effective to me. And this is because certain birth control pills can put a band-aid and make you think that it's regulating your hormones, because the pill can reduce sebum production, which can contribute to you having clearer skin with people who have hormonal acne. I honestly don't think I had hormonal acne because it's usually around your chin area. It definitely helped somehow. Birth control is there for a reason. We have it as a tool to literally prevent pregnancy. Like, that's what it's there for. I think there's a miscommunication when someone has acne and that they know that birth control makes their skin nice and they go to their doctors and get on the pill, because if that's their sole reason, I just wish somebody would have told me that I could have done X, Y, and Z and had nicer skin, and I shouldn't have reverted to that band-aid approach, because when I got off, I just had acne again. And when I got on, I gained 40 pounds. And I think at that time, I didn't know I would gain that much weight, and I probably would rather have acne than 40 pounds of extra weight on me. I think my 16-year-old self would pick that. Let me say that coming off birth control can really trigger acne breakouts or some people call it the post-pill acne. This is because birth control suppresses and plays that band-aid approach to fixing your hormones. I'm saying that in air quotes because I do not think it fixes anybody's hormones, to be honest. But because it kind of makes you think you stabilized your hormones, or like that's what it shows, it's making you not have those hormonal fluctuations anymore. And sometimes that will cause someone to have acne. But it's been a whole journey with just having nice skin, because I am a little bit more insecure about what I look like when I do have acne, because I notice it on other people. I know when I meet people, they notice it on me. And I just feel so much better without having acne. I feel like probably everyone does. I don't wear makeup. I don't want to wear makeup. And I just feel a lot cleaner when I can go outside and my skin is nice and I don't have to wear a ton of products on my face. But as I said, dietary changes do affect my skin, and I kind of want to talk about that a little bit because I went through a phase where I was cutting out certain food groups such as dairy and gluten and sugar, experimenting with diet changes to fix your acne. I feel like is so common because we're always told that dairy causes acne, gluten causes acne, sugar, processed foods, and we're just trying to take anything possible that's out so that we can have clear skin. That also can just be really restricting and a limiting mindset. And what I've heard, because I've listened to a lot of podcasts about acne and just like food and everything, is dairy and eggs and sugar are like the most triggering and the most inflammatory, but then gluten is just kind of like putting gas on the fire. So it's just making it worse. So taking out gluten isn't going to help as much as maybe taking out those other things if you're sensitive in your skin with it. I have also like a better approach, I think, to it, because recently I haven't cut out sugar. I haven't cut out dairy. I'm gluten-free. But I figured out a better way, and we will get into that in a moment. Like when you look up on the web of what causes acne, it will say that diets high in processed foods, sugar, and dairy will heighten your acne. That's kind of where it plays into it. I've learned that balancing my blood sugar is way more important. Okay, but before we go into blood sugar balancing, I want to talk about raw milk and how it's helped my acne. Raw milk is a natural source of vitamins and minerals that support your skin health. And I buy raw milk from Sprouts. It's called Raw Farms. Every single batch is tested for like everything that can be harmful, but basically it's not being pasteurized, and so that all the healthy minerals and vitamins are staying inside the milk. I've been drinking it every single morning with my matcha, and then I don't want it to go bad, so then I'll also put it in my protein shake sometimes. But also raw milk tends to last a little bit longer than conventional milk, so it's kind of cool. And I just get like the half gallon, or maybe it's a quarter of a gallon. It's just kind of nice because it opened up my restrictive behaviors of like having to cut out dairy. Now I just have raw dairy. And I also found like raw cheese you can actually find at Trader Joe's too, but Sprouts, and it's so yummy. I cannot wait for the day that I find raw cottage cheese. I absolutely love cottage cheese. It is so high in protein. I think it is so yummy. And I eat probably like half a cup and I feel full for so long. But I haven't found a raw dairy one. And the reason why is because when I eat the whole milk one, because whole milk is less processed than the other ones, I break out really, really badly. And I know it's from that because it's the only thing I change in my diet. And I just think it's a lot of fat for my body to just digest, because I break out in my cheek areas, which if you like look at the Chinese medicine food or face map, your cheeks is usually digestion. And so I just think my body's not digesting it that well. But a little fun fact about raw milk, it contains essential nutrients like vitamin A, D, omega-3 fatty acids, and those are all super beneficial for skin repair and reducing inflammation. I think that me drinking dairy, I have joint pain, which is usually caused by inflammation, and I think it's just helping my body just get back to its equilibrium state. All right, this is gonna sound a little bit controversial because I just said like don't just like cut out dairy, and I just talked about raw milk, but like I at least am limiting my dairy and sugar intake, like conventional dairy, because like I said, I break out when I have like whole milk or like whole milk cottage cheese. Sugar, I think sugar breaks out like everybody, but when I eat like a bunch of candy, I'm also just trying not to eat a lot of sugars in general. There's sugar in everything. Like I had a donut today, and obviously that had sugar. It was vegan. If I want a donut, I'm not going to limit myself from that donut. I'm just going to limit what I have like my every single day and in my house. I'm not going to limit myself when I go out to eat or when I'm with other people and it's just around me, you know? So the reason why like limiting dairy and sugar, people do this, and why I kind of do this when it comes to conventional dairy, not raw dairy, is dairy and high glycemic foods can lead to insulin spikes. For me, that increases my androgens and my sebum production, which contributes to acne. I don't know if you've ever heard of the glucose goddess. I think she has a podcast or a book, but she talks all about blood sugar balancing. And basically, I was going to go through this like process of like, I'm going to cut out all sugar and all dairy, and I'm not going to eat it ever again. And I was talking to this like holistic facialist who's my sister's friend, and she was telling me about raw milk, and I already knew about raw milk. I was just kind of hesitant on buying it because I thought it would break me out. And she was telling me, one, that it makes her skin look so good, but also two, she was like, if you're breaking out in your cheeks, that's digestion, and maybe you're just having too high of fat content on its own, and you need to start off with a fiber / like green, and then eat your protein, and then your fat, and then like your sugar or carbs or starch, because my body's just not digesting it as well, and I can still have the dairy, I can still have the sugar, I just need to pair it better, and then my body will be able to break it down easier, and then I won't break out because my body is getting rid of all those toxins or those blood sugar spikes through my skin. Other ways too, but through my skin, and it's very obvious. Another thing that I do when it comes to the food category is I started drinking spearmint tea and burdock root tea. Spearmint tea has been so popular on TikTok, I feel, because it has potentials to really balance out your hormones and make you have clearer skin. Burdock root too is also known to just really help your skin, and I drink burdock root tea at work today, and then I usually drink spearmint tea normally towards the nighttime after dinner because it's a bit more soothing. Burdock tea is kind of intense, and also so spearmint tea is just known to really is responsible for excess sebum production and hormonal acne. So if you have hormonal acne or PCOS, a lot of people drink spearmint tea to help with that. What I've come to know is that peppermint's more for like digestion and spearmint tea is more for hormones and your skin. Both are really great, and I do drink both, but I drink spearmint tea and burdock root when I'm breaking out. And that is something super easy and pretty affordable for you to go purchase if you want to go buy something. I buy my spearmint tea from Amazon. It comes in this huge pack. Make sure it's organic, or if you can get loose leaf, that's even better. Then you're just kind of stocked, because you can go to Whole Foods or Sprouts or Target or wherever and get like a pack of, 12, 10, and that's $5. I think the whole bag is $5, and it gives you like 100. So it's just a more affordable option, and it's still the same quality. It's organic, it's biodegradable, or whatever little baggies. So I keep mentioning blood sugar balancing. Basically, you're balancing your blood sugar levels is a holistic approach, in my sense, to preventing acne. And I haven't been doing it that long. I've been a little bit interested in it probably for a few months now. One of my friends, she has PCOS, and she's super into blood sugar balancing. And I've read a book on it. I've listened to a ton of podcasts. And stabilizing your blood sugar reduces your insulin surges, and that helps your hormonal fluctuations. And when you have a lot of hormone fluctuations, that causes acne. And I already talked about it can just like you're not processing your food very well. The glucose goddess thinks that all diseases, I'm pretty sure she said that, and all diseases and all like health issues are the root of just blood sugar spikes. And what's crazy enough is when my blood sugar gets low a lot, or I just have a lot of spikes, I don't really know what it is, and I will pass out if my blood sugar gets too low. I know that I need to just like not let myself have those crashes, and here are some tips. When I ate that donut, I didn't go and eat a bag of carrots before I had the donut. I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even want the donut, but it just sounded like I wanted it, but I wasn't hungry. I wasn't craving it. It just sounded good, and it was a new flavor at Sidecar. The way that I blood sugar balanced with it basically was I walked after I ate it. I actually walked there, and then I walked back. It was a half an hour walk there and then half walk back. But let's say I wanted to eat that donut. What I could have done is either I could have ate a vegetable before I ate it, or I could have had an apple cider vinegar shot before I ate the donut, but instead I took a 30-minute walk, which is really great for blood sugar balancing because you're moving your body and you're stabilizing that blood sugar. So just you can find those little tips and tricks so that you can still enjoy the things you want to enjoy, but then your body is still thanking you after. So a vitamin that I've been taking for acne is vitamin A. Vitamin A is particularly in the form of a retinoid and is known for its acne fighting properties. Retinoids can promote skin cell turnover, prevent clogged pores, and reduce inflammation, making them effective against various types of acne. So like I said, I don't have hormonal acne or cystic acne. I'm pretty sure I just get clogged pores because it's so weird. Like if you zoom into my face and looking in the mirror, you just see these little tiny holes or little black dots. Then you like squeeze it and it has like, I guess that's just like acne, but it's usually like not pus and like not like a pimple. It's just these clogged pores all over my face, and my skin's just not smooth, and it just doesn't look clear because I don't know, it just looks dull to me. Recently, I've been taking vitamin A. You have to be careful because you don't want to like take too much, but I only take vitamin A. I take like one little capsule whenever I'm breaking out. So I don't take it every day, but it's known for helping your skin health. So maybe that's something you can look into. Alrighty, something I've been doing for I think 3 years now is I have been getting facials. So for my birthday, Max got me a LED mask, and it has blue, red, green, and like an umber color. And blue light therapy is a non-invasive, drug-free approach to treating your acne. So I try to use my mask almost every single day. I think it really has been helping my skin because after I started using it, my skin just started to clear up. Blue light is supposed to kill acne-causing bacteria on the skin's surface, and it also helps regulate that sebum production or reduce your acne over time. I also do the red light one closer to nighttime, and that one also helps with fine lines and wrinkles. But the blue light one is my favorite because I just always want my skin to look nice, and it was only like $100 from Revolve. There's obviously a lot more expensive or a lot cheaper ones, but I saw this one from an influencer who wore it all the time. And if she's really wealthy and that's the one she's using all the time, maybe it's working, and I think it's working. If you have just a lot of acne and you've always had acne, I highly, highly recommend you go see a facialist who specializes in acne. I've been getting acne facials for the past couple years now, but I do want to say this is like almost, I feel like everybody knows that, like go see an acne specialist. Like my facialist is the best and I see her all the time. I see her monthly. Out of the blue, ClassPass let me book a facial massage. To be fair, I thought it was a lymphatic drainage body massage, and the reason why ClassPass never lets me book this is because I have a corporate discount by using Kaiser's discount, and it's only for workouts. But once in a while, when a company is new and they didn't probably classify themselves as like a workout yet, it will let me book it, and I always take advantage of it. So like currently I've done a sauna, I've done stem cell, and I've done this lymphatic facial. It was 4 credits, which is less than $8. And I went to Jack Henry, which is in Costa Mesa, and this facial was a lymphatic facial massage. The reason why this is so important for acne, and the next day I saw such good results, and I've never had, this is when my skin like had a turning point of looking so good, is because lymphatic drainage massages promote circulation and skin detoxification. And when you're doing lymphatic drainage, it will help remove waste and toxins from your skin tissues, which can reduce your inflammation and acne. And let me tell you, the next day, my skin was so clear and glowy, and it wasn't because of the facial, it was just lymphatic drainage. And I've never had that experience before. And then I didn't break out for the longest time. And what she was telling me is that when we're doing our own lymphatic system, we're usually being way too harsh and actually pushing right past the lymphatic system. It's like right under our skin. It's super sensitive, and you have to be extremely gentle when you're doing your gua sha or you're doing your dry brushing or just your own facial massage techniques. Now I know that if I'm having a really bad breakout, I need to book one of these facials and not necessarily like an extraction facial. Those types of facials are like more specific, I feel like are usually a lot more expensive, and I honestly just can't afford that when I can do all these other things that are usually a lot cheaper. But it did work. It kind of depends what you want, but highly recommend that. You can also try it at home. Your lymphatic system just holds everything, and your body is just trying to get rid of all of the waste, and it will come out through your skin. I am not on skin TikTok or skin social media or watch like dermatology YouTube videos. That is just not me. I just would go to Sephora's page and put clean skincare and thought that was good enough. Or I thought that Drunk Elephant was the best skincare you could get, or Mario Badescu, or Fresh, because the name was Fresh. I was getting fooled by these marketing tools. or these marketing schemes and buy the packaging because it was pretty. And I knew actually nothing about skincare. And then a year ago, I downloaded the app Yuka and I started scanning every single one of my products. And let me tell you, I threw it all away. I had such bad skincare. And Yuka, I think, is very good for just finding out the quality of your skincare, and so is EWG. Both of those do not take into account acne causing products and the ingredients inside it. I just figured out that not only do I need to make sure that the quality of my skincare is top notch and not endocrine disrupting and not going to cause me cancer, does the things that it says it's going to do, but I also need to make sure that it doesn't give me clogged pores, because that is my issue. Switching to clean and acne safe skincare products is really crucial to just maintaining your clear skin, because let me tell you what I was doing. I was exfoliating my face, and then I was putting on oil or a moisturizer that had shea butter, that had really heavy things inside of it, which I thought were good. Everyone tells you shea butter is really good for you, or coconut oil, but no. It goes right onto my skin, and it is so dense. It is pore clogging that it gets into my freshly exfoliated pores, and then it creates pimples. And that little tiny seed that I was talking to you about. Many conventional skincare products contain potentially pore clogging ingredients, and if you can find that clean skincare product, it'll be a lot more gentle. It'll just be a lot better for you. You may be asking yourself, how do you know if it has pore clogging ingredients? And this is how I officially did it. So first of all, I scan it with Yuka, make sure it's like 100 out of 100, or I go on EWG if you don't have a scanner, and like make sure it's EWG certified. That is top-notch certification. And then I will copy and paste the ingredients either from the website, or I'll take a picture and then copy the picture ingredients, and I will go on to Google and I'll type in pore clogging ingredients checker, and then you paste those ingredients into the checker, and it will tell you exactly every single ingredient. It will like highlight them for you, which one is not safe for acne, and then if it's not, you'll be cleared. I think being very rigid with my skincare also has been helping, because I never knew that I had so much skincare that causes me acne. And if you don't have acne prone skin, then go right ahead. Use all those products, because it's not going to cause you acne. But if you have acne prone skin, it may potentially cause you clogged pores and you didn't even know. And I didn't know that. And I was also taking advice from people who don't care about, or like don't have acne prone skin, so then they're just using whatever products, and then I use it and I'm so confused why it's not giving me the same effect as them. And I realize we have different types of skin. My last tip of what you can do is dry brush. Dry brushing is a natural, holistic approach that is really good for your skin, your lymphatic system. It exfoliates the skin, it will stimulate blood flow, and it will also help your lymphatic drainage, which all of those things just help you have clearer and healthier skin. I try to dry brush every single day. I don't always remember. I want to get a mini dry brush for my face, because you can do your face as well. Basically, like, your lymphatic system holds on to all the toxins in your body, and it just will help it excrete it better. That's just something you might want to try. Once you buy the brush, you don't have to pay for it ever again. So that is also another more affordable approach, and you can just get one off Amazon. I like to buy them from like cute little like mom and pop stores though. That is all I have for you guys. I split it up in between like things that you can physically eat, or things that you can eat / like take, versus things that you do to yourself / like put on your skin. Because I think nutrition plays a lot into your skin, because it's such a gut, mind, body approach. But then also I had such results from getting lymphatic drainage massages and making sure my skincare was all clean and acne safe. And I think that once you have those two big aspects connected and in line with each other, your skin is going to just look so much better. And I really highly recommend, if you've been struggling with acne for so long, I would go to like a holistic health. There's this place in San Diego. They have a podcast. They're the owners of ClearStem. But I would go to like a holistic acne clinic to really get to the root cause of your acne, because it's not clear skin and being self-conscious. You shouldn't have to live like that, because there is something to help you, and you just need to find the right people that will listen to you and provide you with the skills and knowledge and tools to get to the skin that you want to have and that you could have. So thank you all for listening. I miss talking to you guys. Please share the podcast on your social media with your friends. I really want to get the podcast out there as much as I can. I'm trying to market it as much as I can on TikTok. The TikTok is just Shellbright, and then my Instagram is My Perspective Pod. But I really want to get the podcast out there for everyone, because it's one of my favorite platforms to produce content on. I just want to pursue my podcast a lot more than I already have. So many people have been having conversations with me and like telling me how to market and tell me to just like pursue my dreams and really encouraging me with this podcast. And it started off as like my senior project, and also I've been wanting to do it for like 3 years, but it's been one of my favorite projects I've ever done. Really has shown all my hard work into this, and I want everybody else to see my hard work. So share it with as many people as you can, and I hope you guys like learn something from this episode, or maybe are gonna try something you've never tried before, and I hope it helps. So let me know how it goes. Also, I forgot to mention, clean your pillowcases and clean your phone. That's really big, and like clean your hair. But I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.